Hey, you crazy motherfuckers. Welcome back to another edition of Crazy Truth.
Oh,
I'm here with
the
host with the most.
Fast.
And I'm not using an inside voice. No, I'm here with the host with the most. I'm Cole. I'm here with the lovely, and apparently soon to fall asleep, Miss Amanda.
Hey, who's grumpy?
Who's grumpy? Who's grumpy? Who's grumpy? Anyways, real quick, we'll get back to grumpiness in just a second. Before I forget, this is season 4, episode 162. No, I did not. No, I didn't. I don't know if that's right, but I didn't cheat. So, and that means that it's more than 161. It's a Monday, not a Sunday. We're recording this live in front of our not so secret Facebook group, Casbank. No one knows but swingers. And but if you want to join, don't tell the others. You sure can. Send us an email. Along with your sole deposit of $5, $5.99. No, I'm just kidding. There's no money required to join the group. We do that for free. I'm a little discombobbled. Our dog just tried to kill a cat, and that was awesome.
Took my arm out in the fucking process.
We'll talk about that in just a second. My gentle Willie went apeshit, and he wasn't so gentle. My Willie ran amok. Anyways, but real quick before we go too fur. Well, I'll be darned fur paw. Before we go too far, as they say here in the more modern century, if we were Amish, it'd be fur. I'm gonna go down to the barn for some milk. Anyways, but we're not. So we're in the city. So it's 4. No, I don't know. What, fur? What? Anyways, before we go too far, we're gonna shout out to our paid sponsors. Is anybody paying us? Have we got any checks? Where are the? No, I'm kidding. No. Hey, you know what? Tits may sag. Moink, 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 moink. Balls may drop. But reading makes your brain last forever. So make sure that you join the other 3 million reading motherfucking swingers out there and read ASM Lifestyle Magazine. If all of you are wrong, then I don't want to be right. Also, don't forget, you can meet us at the ASM Lifestyle Awards, September 16th through the 19th. You can get your tickets. You want to get your tickets for this. It's going to be badass. ASNevents.com. You need to start going on.
Features? No, go on.
You need to go on and vote for us. We're up for 6 awards. So, like, if we go down there, we present awards, and we come back empty-handed, I'll cry. And I'll get like a Snickers bar. I can get runners up there. Anyways, the voting goes until July 31st. So you can vote at least once a day, and we need everybody to go and vote for Crazy Winter Nights, Crazy Truth, Full Swap Shop. So on a couple categories. So please check us out, vote for us. Help us, please. That's ASMLifestyleMagazine.com. And finally, you're listening to a show. You sure are. You're listening. You're not talking. And you're awake. Good job. You're listening to a show. You've read the mag. Did you read the mag yet? You're going to read the mag. Come on, motherfucker. Go buy some swag. You know what? I know it's hot and clothes suck, but we all need to wear them every now and then for the grocery store, etc. So make sure you buy your cool clothes at FullSwapShop.com. There we go. This just in. Jane, you're ignorant slut. Okay, so if you know where that's from, maybe you can win a prize. That's actually famous. Somebody listening right now knows that reference. It's a huge reference. It's a 70s reference. Please, God, somebody get that reference. Email it in. If you email it in, everybody who gets it right will put your names in drawings, and we'll draw for a free shirt. I'll say it again. Jane, you ignorant slut. If you have to tell me what it's from, it's important. Okay. So
the air conditioner shuts off and it gets really quiet.
Shit. It's all of a sudden like, wait, what? Do. So we're a little discombobbled because it is a Monday, not a Sunday. And so we're recording, and here we are.
Because it was Father's Day.
It was. What a wonderful blessing. So fucking yeah, okay. Anyways, for all of you that are dads out there, way to shoot your load. Congratulations on that. And way to find somebody to be a reciprocal.
Have that powerful sperm.
Yeah, way to be a reciprocal. Find someone to be your reciprocal of your seed. All fathers, so it could be like Farmer's Day. Because everybody plowed and planted. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I'm a dad too, whatever. Yeah, I gotcha. So, okay. Anyways, so with that great holiday announcement out of the way, yeah, there you go. We may need a shirt that says that for Father's Day next year. The Casbah. I plowed, I came, I plowed, I planted, and I got caught. Anyways, that's horrible. Being a dad is a blessing. A wonderful, wonderful blessing. Okay. Your Lord let me score some points with that. Okay. Anywho, so so I got a great treat today. It was awesome. I got to have a conversation today with Miss Amanda's boy toy, which is always fun. I actually enjoy talking to the guy. The guy's a super nice guy. I have to tell people, look, here's the deal. If your significant other is gonna consistently bang somebody else, make it somebody you like. Make it somebody that you're cool talking with. I mean, maybe you need to be distant when you're talking, but still make it cool when you're talking. He just gets excited. He gets excited to see me.
I don't know if it's excited. He just talks louder.
Louder.
Maybe it's because we're sneaking around, so he's not so loud.
Yeah. So then when he gets out in public,
But I talk to him out in the middle of everybody, and he doesn't yell at me.
Well, that would be awkward then. Here's the thing, and that's one. It's funny. The reason I brought this up, there was a method to my madness.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, and it wasn't to practice inside voice. Okay. The method to the madness. We're going to talk today. Today we're going to talk about learning lessons and reminders of things. Okay, and it deals with your boy toy, not with your boy toy, but how your boy toy ties in. And you are all in for a treat because you are all going to listen to a show. And if you've listened to our show any length of time, you have heard us preach on certain topics over and over and over and over again. And this show today, you're going to get to hear about how we fucking broke every one of those rules because obviously we're not used to being out since COVID's over. So we'll get to that in just a second.
That's funny.
Look there, yeah, so that's funny. Somebody's name's already in the drawing. That's awesome. Yeah. There you go. I think that somebody also got the same slow down. What does slow down yellow light mean? Off a taxi.
You're just now bringing that up. That was how many episodes ago?
22. I just made that number up. I don't know if it was that many ago.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, so let's go into first let's talk about the fact that Miss Amanda's boyfriend is going to come up in conversation a couple of times tonight because it ties in with the weekend and it's funny as shit because So
how does he come up with the weekend?
Oh, that makes it even. Thank you for just leading in even fucking better.
Cool.
Thank you, baby. This is why we don't rehearse the show. You can't ask for good leads like this every time. So the thing is that for those of you who don't know, Miss Amanda's birthday was actually last weekend, June 13th. She takes liquor and credit cards. Anyway, so and she turned 50. And of course, we all know that Miss Amanda is very blessed with the fact that even under the bright lights of high def, she doesn't look 50. Okay? But don't turn this side. You don't want to say that. I'm kidding. I'm funny. No, she doesn't look 50. Most people would guess her age, like the waitress from Friday Night, in her 30s.
Oh, I thought she said early 40s.
No, she said 30s.
Oh.
She was in her early 30s. That's why there was such a possibility there. But we'll talk about that fumble on the plane in just a few moments. Anywho, so the thing is but we were unable to go out and party and celebrate her birthday because our car fucking decided to be a fucking piece of shit. And so our car also takes whiskey and credit cards. So anyways, more credit cards than whiskey, just saying. So anyways, so we celebrated Miss Amanda's birthday this last weekend, the weekend we just had, Father's Day weekend. And because we have a lot of friends in the town that we live in, and we have a lot of friends in the town next to ours, that'd be Omaha, Lincoln. I don't fucking care. It is what it is. So we had an event in Lincoln Friday night, an event on Saturday in Omaha on Saturday night. And hence we can start talking about the story. And Wayhab goes, yes, Allison. And the car does have matching tires. That story came up. We'll talk about that too in a minute. So, okay. So Shall we talk about Friday night for the first half of the show? Well, okay, let's talk about what the overall topic we're going to talk about here a little bit is.
Here, first, well, you talk about the topic.
No, go,
because
please.
You have to include the car in this bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's for Saturday night, the car.
Yeah, but you have to explain that we had to have the gas tank, fuel pump, and solenoid replaced and got it back on Thursday.
Yes, we got the car back on Thursday, so we were excited that we got it back in time so we can actually go and we can do these parties and events. We have to borrow
a kid's car. And that
it was like, okay, we're ready to go. We're going to cut loose. The car had been made it a stressful week, and so we were ready to fucking party, and Miss Amanda was ready to fucking party because she's 50, and so it was just like, the excitement. So Friday rolls around and the excitement is in the air. You could cut the excitement like a big fatty birthday cake with a knife. It was so fucking thick. It oozed giddy and excitement. We couldn't wait. So we were going to a bar we've been to before. Good friends of ours that are also lifestyle folks. They DJ at that bar, do karaoke at that bar. And so we're going Friday. We're going to the bar. Now, couple key components in this whole thing here. I want to go back a little bit. One of the things that we talk about all the time on this show, we have talked about it. We've answered questions because people's fears of being outed, people's fear of what if the world finds out we're swingers, and the fact of how many people do things in vanilla bars that can how you have to behave in vanilla bars or there's consequences accordingly. It is important to note both of these events, both Friday and Saturday night, were taking place in vanilla bars. Okay. So away we go. Away we go. Now, look.
If I don't remember it, it didn't happen.
We like to have fun. We are all about having fun, and the people that were coming out to celebrate Miss Amanda's birthday are all about having fun. And again, thank you to a lot of people that showed up both nights, or some showed one night, some showed both nights. We were super appreciative of it. If Amanda forgot to tell you goodbye, she didn't know you left, so it doesn't matter. So the thing is with the Friday night event, I was being the more mature one, keeping my drinking under control. Right, on air, we're keeping my drinking under control. Okay. But Miss Amanda was having shots. Now, this is a key.
I didn't buy any.
Well, here's a key component with this. We're both on diets. Okay, so we're trying to be all like fucking healthy and shit. So
no, having carbs.
At age 50, one word that Miss Amanda does not seem to know real well is the word no. Okay, so as the night,
wasn't her fault.
Listen to people already coming to your rescue. So as the night progressed along, a great time was had by all. Now this is where I want to put a pause in here because we were not being quiet about being.
I don't remember saying
you were
shit.
Loud as fuck. Well, no, I don't know. No, you actually, I still want to blame you, and I can't. The thing is here's the deal. The bar is kind of a dive bar. It's not a busy bar. Whatever. But the waitress was hot as fuck. Okay? Not kind of hot. Not like, not like, well, maybe I might think about doing it.
She had an awesome personality.
Yes, she did have an awesome personality. The first thing I noticed was she also had an awesome ass.
I didn't look at her ass.
Bullshit. And then because she was wearing spandex, black spandex sports bra and black spandex like running pants, and she was fucking rocking the shit out of that outfit. And then on top of it, she was super fun.
Her more?
I was. I fucking spotted it. Before we even ordered our first drink, I was like, I want to fucking have sex with that person. So the thing is as the nights go along, everybody's drinking. We're all having a good time. She's having a good time.
Shots.
And then the shots started to flow. Now, again, we talked about...
What did you call them?
What?
She says spandex. What did you call him?
Oh, did I call him lycra? I might call him lycra.
No, you didn't call him lycra.
I don't know, but it was spandex, and it was fucking hot. And so the thing is that as the drinks were flowing, the volume seemed to increase, and the blatant hitting on seemed to increase. Now, the story gets a little dicey here because Miss Amanda at one point in time does not do tequila shots. But she had 2 of them.
And they weren't single shots. They were big glasses.
This is a great bar to go to. If you'd like the name of this bar, which trust me, if you like to drink, you want it. They have huge shots, or like double and triple shots.
And then, I don't know what was in that adios motherfucker shot. Whatever.
3 shots into it. We're 2 hours before we leave. That's where Amanda quits remembering stuff.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't remember shit.
So, the part of the story, how this ties in with what we do is, we were not quiet. Everybody's having fun. People weren't doing anything overly stupid. We waited to do that. But as I had a friend going, I'm like, Amanda's got to close this deal with this waitress. And one of the people that was there, she's like, why don't you close the deal? I'm like, no, I can't. Amanda needs to close the deal. And so in the process, we just decided between the 2 of us that the best thing to do was just be honest and tell her we're swingers and see if she wanted to fuck. So at this point in time,
if I was drunk, you came. Oh no, it was somebody else.
It was somebody. Yeah, it was another friend of ours that said she got tired of
the one that was over here earlier.
Yeah, she got tired of you fiddle fucking around, and she's like, just fucking ask her. I'm like, if I ask her, I won't. She goes, fine. So when the waitress comes up and brings the drinks around, you were chatting and with somebody, and she just goes, hey. Do you think she's hot? And pointed to you, and she goes, well, yeah. And she goes, well, do you like girls? Because she does, and she'd like to eat your pussy. At which point in time,
what did she say?
She's like, really? Yeah. And I chimed in magically at that moment in time. I'd be there, but I could just watch if need be. was what I. And she's like, so wait a minute, you guys are the swingers. And we're like, yeah, we're the swinger. And then we just, yes. Then we're like, yep, we sure are. And these are the ways that at some bars that this everything that you've ever heard us say. We're doing this show tonight because we want you to know that even though nobody's perfect, we all make mistakes. And tonight's thing is mild compared to what Saturday nights is going to be. So hopefully you guys can still see us and hear us.
Your phone still works. It's their computer that died.
Okay. Well, how did that happen?
I have no idea.
Anyways,
did you have it plugged in?
I thought I did. I must not have. Anyways, okay. So the thing is that fuck. So we were very, very close to closing the deal. She was actually outside talking with our friends that are DJs, and they're like, you should do it. And they're very, very nice, and you'll have a good time. And we're going back Friday. That's really the short version is we're going back Friday.
I don't remember any of it.
So the thing is, no, Miss Amanda does not remember this. The next day, though, because the gal was like, well, why don't you friend me on Facebook? And you were like, eee, drunk as fuck. And she's like, here, give me your phone. And,
I do remember that.
So she's in.
She found herself and she friended me with my phone.
Yes. So she's in. So we're right there. But Miss Amanda was too drunk to actually close the deal. At one point in time, it was a karaoke bar. I got her saying karaoke at the end. Miss Amanda did not remember that the next day. Weird. And but her and the waitress were singing and dancing together right there. And I was like, we're so fucking close. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. Fuck, this didn't happen. So it's just one of those things where the point of this story is we got lucky because it was a small bar.
Yeah.
And because
but supposedly I was making out with
you made out with a couple of different fellers, actually, that night.
I did?
You did.
One of them told me I did because he asked me if I remember it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who the other one was.
The other one was the gal that you was over tonight. I believe you smooched with him.
Did I really?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because I was getting pissed off.
Kisser.
Well, because I was getting pissed off. I'm like, you can fucking fuck him whenever you want. Why are we not fucking going after somebody what's new right here, right now? So the thing is, it's like, okay, well, this is, like, son of a bitch. So the lesson here is we got lucky. Everybody's having fun. There wasn't anybody really there. It was maybe just we were laughing and joking and talking loud, but if you weren't right there, it wasn't like a lot other than you occasionally making out, which isn't that uncommon. People on a birthday thing getting drunk and making out with somebody, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. What time did we start?
Don't worry about it.
I forgot to write it down. Anyways, okay, so the thing is that we talk about discretion, and generally, discretion is a really, really, a good thing. And it's like, this is just one of those things that, so even when you mean well, granted we were having fun, it was a birthday, so we could kind of get away with, because it was a birthday celebration, you have to keep in mind discretion. Now, this is going to end well, I think, because hopefully next week, we'll be talking about the vanilla we picked up and fucking converted. But hard to tell.
Okay.
We don't know. Now, but this is where
I'll stay sober this time. I'm not doing that again.
Now, that's where the other part of the story, one Friday night, we want to talk about. We talk about not drinking too much. So let's talk a little bit about that part of it, shall we?
Sure.
So
you can't turn down shots that people buy you for your birthday.
No, you are absolutely right. You cannot. Most definitely.
I just couldn't handle all of them.
But let's talk about the car ride home.
Oh,
shall we, for just a moment?
Fuck me running.
You would have.
I've heard the story twice now, so.
Wait, to help you remember. So here's the thing. So
I remember you asked me for one food.
Yes, I said to you as we were going in the car, you need to be cool because we don't want to draw attention. It's College World Series time, and so you don't want to draw attention. And you're going, hee, giggle. So we pour you into the passenger seat, right? Glug, 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 glug. And you and Sid, you go, whoa, are you okay or should I drive? I'm like, no, I got her. You go ahead to there. I did not know at this point in time that you had not remembered anything from 2 hours before that. Okay. She doesn't remember. If she said bye to you, she doesn't remember it. Just FYI, so you know. So, okay.
You'll come up in conversation.
Yeah, don't worry. You're coming up next, buddy. So you're the second half of the show. So the thing is that.
But Hillary isn't innocent either.
No. So when we get in the car. And we start going. Now, there were times years ago when we would party in Omaha. It's about an hour from Lincoln. And on the way back, if you'd be really drunk. Not all the time, but sometimes you'd be really
all
drunk.
the time. It's more
you. But when you were drunk, I kept my pants on when I was drunk. You didn't. You'd have your pants off. You'd be jacking off, right? And every now and then you'd be really drunk. You'd be like, slow down so the trucks can see. And you'd slow down so it wouldn't go by truck. You'd be with your pants off, jacking off in the car on the way home. Never just in city. We're just going across town in Lincoln. It's not that big. We come up over one hill. There's McDonald's. Says, hey, do you need any food? And you're like, maybe some ice cream. I'm like, do you want ice cream? You're like, no, I'm good. If you want something, get something. I said, no, I'm okay. And you go, oh, okay. And you go, I know. And next thing you know, you're undoing your pants. And they're coming off. Your foot's up on the dash. And we're in the city. And it's not that late. It's late, but it's not that late. And you're just like, oh. And you're grabbing at my hand because you want me to touch it. And feel it.
It's a fucking pet.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Pet the kitty. And I'm like, okay, yep. And I'm like, you've got to be cool. We're in traffic. And I'm like, you've got to be cool. And you're like, it is. And we have to go right past the police station to get past our house. And I'm like, okay, you need to put your foot down, but we're going to go right past the cop shop. Maybe they want to see. No, they don't. No, they don't. And I don't want to be doing a breathalyzer on the side of the road because I've got drunk girl with me in the car. And you're like, I think they would. And I'm like, no. So besides jacking off, all the way home, right?
You only need one hand. Drive.
Yeah, shit. And there's a little. I need to clean the car, but there's a little footy print up on the dash, and because your legs are short, where your foot was. But then you turn to me, and you say, "Hey, you know, I think you could fuck me in the ass tonight." And I'm like, because you're not big on anal sex, sometimes, but we haven't had anal sex for like a year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I said,
I have used plugs that you just don't know it.
Okay, great. And maybe that's your thing. I said, honey, it's been about a year. I don't think that's a good idea. You go, no, I've been doing it way more recently than that. And I'm like, and I cracked the joke, and I go, well, what have you been letting, insert name here, boy toy, fuck your ass? You're like, not yet. And all smiley, smirky, which is really funny because you keep saying his dick's so big, you're never gonna let him fuck you in the ass. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, honey, here's the thing. I don't, I don't want to hurt you, and I'm not, a porn star, but you to know in the next day. And then you're sitting there, you're like reasoning with me. You're like, oh, but don't you think it would be worth it? I'm like, look, I don't know if it'll be worth it or not for you, but I really don't think this is a good idea at all. Thank God we're almost home. I mean, you're busy whacking off and jacking off and trying to get me to agree to fuck you in the ass. Going past the police station. We're coming up to a major intersection, and there's cars all over. I'm just going, please, God, let the light stay green. So we didn't have socks. I'm like, we're all going to jail. So when we get home,
oh, fuck.
We don't have a garage. We run a house. We don't have a garage. You're like, let's fuck outside because you like outdoor sex. And you're drunk. You put your pants on to get out of the car. That's good because there's neighbors out in the neighborhood. So that's a win. But when you went
outside topless to take a picture before.
Well, right, but this is you're drunk and you were pulling your pants down by the gate, wiggling your ass. And it's like, oh, I'm like, and you came up with the grand scheme that we needed to fuck in the hammock.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, sweetie, I can't even sit in the hammock without dumping my ass over. We're not gonna fuck in the hammock. You're like, come on, and you drop to your knees and you undo my pants and start sucking my dick. Which I'm like, okay, rock on. Inside, there's people milling all over the fucking there. I'm like, oh my God. Not that I normally would care, but I'm like, oh, you're gonna care. So finally, I get you in the house.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, great. The dogs are excited to see us. We blow right past the dogs. We go in the bedroom, and you're stripping down in the bedroom, right? You're getting naked in the bedroom.
Sure, I don't remember.
I know you don't, and we'll get to that part. We're getting stripping down in the bedroom. Great, no worries. We start to fuck. We're going for a while, and you're like, ow. And all of a sudden you're like, this hurts. Well, I don't want to hurt you, so I stop. Because, I don't want to hurt you. We fuck for like 10 minutes, and you're like, all of a sudden you're like, it hurts. Okay, so we stop. Again, in my mind, I'm thinking, and she thought it would have fucking ripped. She wouldn't have been a good idea up her ass. Yeah, no. Whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to fucking finish off here. And at first you're like, you were going to help. Then you're like, oh, the shaking's making me sick. Oh. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll take care of it. And then you roll over for a second, and you come back, you're like, no, I can help. And so I'm like, okay, great. And so you're sucking on my nipple, toggling my nut, and all of a sudden you just go, I need to fuck boy toy. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? And you're like, and you're sitting there and you're looking, you get these glassy eyes and you're just like, I need boy toy's dick in my mouth now. And lick your lips. And I'm just like, all right, honey, just fucking roll over and go fucking to bed. So I'm like, I'm just gonna finish this shit myself at this point in time. And you roll over and all of a sudden you go, hey, there's a shoe in my bed. Whose shoe is this? Sweetie, that's your shoe that you just fucking took off. So you like chuck the shoe and you go to sleep, and I finally found, I'm like, whatever. So the next day comes around, right? You get up at like 7:30. She's still drunk when she gets up. That was awesome. And come to find out, you do not remember leaving the bar. You don't remember. You remember talking about ice cream, but you don't remember out begging for butt sex.
No.
You don't remember about fucking. You're like, wait a minute, we fucked? Seriously?
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I don't. You don't remember fucking talking about your boy toy and needing to fuck him and with a lick lip needing his dick in your mouth. To me, that's a mood killer. God, that's funny. And you don't remember the shoe. So this long story of this whole thing is, do you see why alcohol consumption is such a big deal? I mean, here's the thing.
Usually I don't forget anything, but wow.
And you're not even being able to piece shit together. We're finding out the next day, people are putting pictures on, oh, great, and you're like, when was that picture? And they're like, it was like 2 hours before we fucking left for the night.
And I don't remember taking.
And you didn't give any of the outwards. I mean, I guess it should have been a red flag when you were jacking off on the way home.
Asked, well, we made out. We did?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no shit.
And you don't remember it? No.
This is why. Now, let's look at this scenario for just a second. Look at all the bad things that could have happened because you drank too much. Your ass could be shredded because I could have went, well, okay. If it wasn't your husband, somebody else might have been like, well, she said fuck me in the ass. Your boy toy, who's a little bigger than me, might have jumped that opportunity and shredded your butt. You never know. I could have been a smart ass, and when you said how much you needed your boy toy, I could have handed you the phone at 2 a.m. and said, why don't you give him a call? That would have been kind of funny. So that could have maybe been a bad thing. And you know, possibly getting pulled over and me being arrested for fucking, because God knows what you would have said or done if we'd got pulled over in the fucking car with your pants.
Roofied herself.
yeah, Amanda roofied herself. And I'm just...
No, because the next day he puts a picture, changes his Facebook picture, and I'm in the living room. He's in his office.
Working.
And he changes it to him singing. And I went, did you sing karaoke?
Just like...
And he goes, oh my God, yes, I did. I'm like...
Not a single fucking outward sign. So, again, the point of this whole long story is...
So I cock-blocked him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
And myself, apparently.
Yeah, you clip-blocked yourself, cock-blocked me, tried to put on a show for the Lincoln Police Department, and any other motorists that might have been traveling the highways and byways of Lincoln on Friday night.
Well, I kind of remember sitting my water down on the table outside.
That was so you could have my dick in your mouth.
I don't remember sucking your dick.
Well, it is more impressive than that, ladies. Normally, it is a memorable thing. Just saying. Oh, God. Yeah. And aren't you glad you do yoga? Because your fucking hips would have hurt the way your leg was twisted up on the fucking dash of the car and shit. Oh, my Lord. You talk about could have been a fucking disaster. So, you know, these are the little things that... we talk about the value of alcohol and why you have to be careful, because look at all the things. I'm kind of glad that some stranger didn't walk up and say you want to come home, because you might have just left with anybody.
Here's what I dislike. I like to remember stuff. So I'm asking you, did I have fun?
Yeah, no shit.
I don't like to forget.
Yeah, when you're looking at pictures and you're like, well, was I having fun? You had a great time. You had a blast.
So I asked you, I said, did I have a good time? Was it fun? Did I say anything that is bad? Other than
Did
I say anything that could hurt anybody? Because you said I mentioned his name. I'm like, fuck. Did I really? Did I say anything
twice.
Hurtful? Was it bad? Was it good? Was it offensive? Fuck, I don't know.
No, but okay, but with that, I'm going to put this in there. Now people have to understand our dynamics. For me, because I dig threesomes, I dig threesomes and I dig the kinds of you fucking other guys. I dig that. I did like being part of that whole scenario. So to me, it's hot. So like when you say his name, the way you said it was funny as fuck, because it was just like serious, you know. But
I wouldn't. But I don't say that in general.
But it didn't offend me. But some people, that could have been like if you were new, if this whole boyfriend girlfriend concept and what we do was new, that could have been like a fucking fight waiting to happen the next day. It wasn't with us. It's funny as fuck, but it just shows liquor. So see, that's one example. That's two examples in one night of us breaking our rules.
So Amanda's not allowed to have 2 mixed drinks and 6 double shots Especially when 2 of them are tequila and the other one is adios, motherfucker. I can't handle it.
It's you're just reworking your tongue.
Well, how long has it been since we've been out drinking?
A long time. But this kind of stuff is important to show that nobody is perfect. This is like, we talk about the things we know better than being loud in public, which wait till you hear about Saturday, about being loud in public and about getting too drunk. And yet it happens to like everybody. And it can still be an epic night, but just understand, you could still be fucking needing a fucking diaper for your butt if you'd have been left to your own devices.
No, my last birthday, we had gone to a bar that was you can't stand up, but you can socialize at a table. Proceeded, we all got drunk, and I did hound you for butt sex, and you did give me anal sex.
I did,
and I didn't feel a thing the next
day.
day.
But you remembered it, and you knew what you were asking for.
Okay,
that is a huge difference. My theory would have been is that you would have been like, wait a minute, that's a dick in my butt. What are you doing? And the next day when you went, did you fuck me in the ass? I'd have been like,
I'd have been nice and relaxed.
well lubed. All right, so
it's halftime.
That's it. Okay. Yeah. Hey, great news, kids. Don't go away because this Saturday night, you got to hear the Saturday night to hear other things that we should know better to do than what we did. But in the meantime, I think there might be a guest.
Oh, good God.
Ready?
No.
Let's see who's at the door. Ding dong. Ding dong. Ding dong. Open the door. Ow! Yes? How can I help you, ma'am? Fuck, you failed. You couldn't even jump in. Hey, you know what? If you want to hear more about our silly bullshit, making doorbell sounds then make sure you check us out at Krazy. I don't know where we're at. KrazyCasbah.com. Check out all of our shit. Sign up for our events, our campouts, our parties, our drunken festivities. Sign up today at KrazyCasbah.com. And don't forget to buy our merch. Full Swap Shop. And other things. There you go. That was horrible because you didn't. I tried to turn it to you to like have you jump in there and you totally fumbled.
You didn't tell me I was going to have to participate.
You answer the door. If you answer the door in real life, what do? Do you stand there and go, kee, or do you say hello?
It depends on who's at the door.
God. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay. So Saturday.
Oh, God. Go.
I wake up at 7:30.
Drunken fuck.
And I was still drunk.
Sobered up for the Pride Parade. Let's take a quick second to talk about that.
I was going to anyway. That's why I jumped in.
I didn't know if you were going to participate or not. Should we ring the doorbell again?
Fuck
Ding
off.
dong. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I read the time wrong. Thought it started at 9:30. No, it really started at 9. But at least I went around the Capitol twice, and it's all good.
Yes.
So we go to the Pride Parade.
This was the first Pride Parade in Lincoln, and
Mm-hmm.
we were very happy to go down there and be a part of that,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously Miss Amanda is bi, and
So I wore my
supportive.
bisexual shirt, and I had a bandana that said Bisexual Pride.
Yep. And we were happy to be supportive.
I didn't run into my coworker, which surprised me, and
That was right. We didn't see anybody we knew, but there was a lot of people there.
we didn't see anybody we knew.
There was a lot of people there, which was really impressive, and I cannot stress enough to support in your own community. Everybody is equal. Support. Show. Two of the coolest groups I went through, in my opinion, was some Native American dancers.
Yes.
That had their native costumes and garb, but obviously in rainbow colors. And
One had a flag around.
Because obviously, and then there was also a group, African American group that was celebrating both Pride and Juneteenth. And the reason both of those were so big a deal to me is that because of every culture has different stigmas, right? Mm-hmm. And different cultures have different varying degrees of level of acceptance within their own communities. Both of those communities are communities that there's a lot of negativity that would be associated with coming out. Mm-hmm. And so fucking, that takes balls. That takes guts. That's damn impressive. So just it's impressive for everybody that came out.
And there was a float with pink flamingos.
There was a float, but that was from the Max, the
gay bar.
A longtime gay dance club in Lincoln, Omaha.
The Max is in Omaha.
In Omaha, yeah, and that was And it was cool to see how many families. There was a shit ton of families. There was, you saw people, like the signs, mom hug, dad hugs, like supporting for their kids and stuff like that. And you saw there was a lot of teens, preteens, teens, whatever, that were couples that were with their parents, and their parents were there being supportive. And that's pretty fucking cool when you think about the suicide rates and all that kind of shit and the unacceptance in the world. So that's the first time I'd ever been to. Have you ever been to something like that, like in New Orleans or when you were growing up, or seen anything like it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so we broadened our horizons, and I'm glad we did. And I think
I don't know if I would call it broadening our horizons. Good God, I can't.
Have you been drinking?
Our horizons.
Somewhat, because we experienced something new, and when
I honestly didn't know when they were, and I just happened to Google it.
Yeah, no, and there was more stuff going on throughout the day. I think there was
some festivals and
stuff. But we went to the parade, and I'm glad we did, and I think it was very cool. And I think people in the lifestyle, you can and should be supportive of things like that, because there's huge parts of that obviously affect our part of the lifestyle, for one, but two, if there's any group of people that should understand, bullshit, misunderstandings, and rumors, and understand people not having an understanding but making a judgment, it should be people in the lifestyle.
We say judge free zone.
Yeah, I mean, that should be, so that needs to be something to be supportive. So, but
so it was fun, and I'll do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely will. That was very cool. So we did that Saturday, and then we spent the rest of Saturday
I spent it laying around.
Yeah, someone was trying to fucking rebuild their fucking go get 'em for Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't know if I did that, but I tried.
You like a boss. So Saturday night's party, we immediately, when we left the house Saturday night, we took all the lessons that we had learned of things we shouldn't do at a vanilla bar, right? That we'd learned, that we had reminded ourselves the night before of. We took them all, wadded them up, and threw them directly out of our mind, and away we went to Omaha. I would like to say that this story continued with Amanda continued to be a drunken fucking fool and a drunken party girl, but it took a different twist.
I didn't start off immediately with a drink.
I
was hesitant, and I decided, no, go ahead and have one. So I got a rum that isn't strong, or at least the flavor, so I could stomach it. I had that, and then someone else ordered me a drink. I had that, and then you gave me a shot, and it was just a little bitty 1 ounce cup.
And do you know why I gave you that shot? I gave you and we had another birthday girl there.
Shot.
You and
to
Hillary.
See if I could stomach it.
Well, you and Hillary were birthday girls, so we gave you each a shot. And I had told you that was going to be the test, because you were going to have to, with that first one, you were either going to be able to stomach it, or you were going to be fucking toast. And luckily they were small shots. And like a boss,
I took it.
You sweated a little bit. You had a hot flash.
No, I took it. But when it hit my stomach, ow. So I sipped. Someone goes, do you want something to drink? I said, no, I'm good. Do you want something like something not alcoholic? And I'm like, I would like a diet. Because, okay, I'll go get that for you. And brought me a diet, and I sipped on that for the remainder of the evening.
Now, our nights took a little bit of a different turn, because I got there, and if you know me, and those of you listening that have been drinking with me through the years know exactly what I drink. My drink is the easiest drink in the world to get, right? And how a waitress makes a shit ton of money off of me in tips is to make my drink correctly, which my drink is always the same. I need a tall, double, burnt rum and Coke. That's it. The correct color of a tall, double, burnt rum and Coke is about the color of like
iced tea.
So a little darker than pee, but that's it. And I got to tell you that they had one bartender there, And she was wonderful. She knocked that shit straight out of the park. When I went up to get you your shot, she saw me coming, and she grabbed a glass and started pulling ice to start making me my drink. I was like, no, I'm just getting a couple of shots, but I like the way you think. Keep up the great work. So, and which she did. And I was quickly start coming to my rum. Now, here's the thing with this bar. It's another great little dive bar. Dive bars are the greatest bars to go to, especially if you're going to throw any rules of decorum, swinger rules out the fucking window, okay? There was a small little group. It was a pretty decent sized group, but there was a luckily the numbers were pretty evenly paired.
That's yeah, it's about the same.
It will that plays a big role in this story as we go. So we had a back room, quote unquote. I'm doing a quote little thing with my finger so that you can see right through it. Yeah. There's no like curtains.
There's a half wall, and it's the lower half.
Yeah. It's hiding nothing. As we at first the AC wasn't working that part, but once the group got bigger, we moved back there a little bit and proceeded to party. When I went up to get that shot, this is an important note of the story. The bartender said to me when I said, "You're doing a great job. I like the way you think." She goes, "Well, one thing's for sure, your group sure seems to be having an awful lot of fun back there." And boy, were we having an awful lot of fun back there. So the stories are being told. Inside voice was completely out of the fucking. There was no. Nobody had an inside voice, and on at least 3 different occasions, there was no noise coming from the back room because everybody was making out with somebody that they didn't walk in with. That wasn't their spouse, and it wasn't like somebody at the bar would have looked over and said, "Oh, isn't that cute? All those couples making out with their significant other." Nope. There was no way if you looked more than one time that, because you could look back over and it was almost like, and when the music stops, switch, and away we go. And here's the thing. As much as I want to go that I took some magical high road in this whole sort of thing.
That would have been majorly me.
That would have been closer, yes, Miss Amanda. I actually was probably one of the worst. Myself and another young lady, who will remain nameless, birthday girl. Yeah, we were making out on the pool table.
Making out on the pool table. You thought that you were drunk. So you thought that y'all were laying on the pool table. I'm like, no, she leaned back. You kind of leaned in. Y'all were making out. It was all good.
But no one would have looked over and went, "Oh, look, they're shooting pool." No. The thought process came up to like, there wasn't anybody. They had a ratty volleyball court out there to go fuck in the volleyball court.
And thank God your drunken self says, you know what, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. I'd take her out right now.
Actually, both of us I think thought that way. But at one point in time, to kind of give you just an overall lay of the land, because there was 3 pool tables and some tables and booths and whatever. Everybody was making out with somebody. There was one couple where they were over in the booth, and the gal was making out and on top of the dude. Grinding away, yep. And sitting at another table, the couple were making out, and he was finger banging her. I'm rolling around on the fucking pool table. That was a little bit more
discreet, though.
Yeah, I was rolling around on the pool table a little bit, apparently.
Yeah, I made out with 2 people. Or no, 3.
I don't know, I was busy. And the other people stand up in front of the pool. I mean, I
was sober, but I was...
Well, there was just a party atmosphere. It was just, there was, and the concept, and here's the thing. Granted, it's a dive bar, rock the fuck on, but any rules that we've ever talked about, completely, this is a do as we say, not as we do.
Before we had moved from the regular bar part to the reserved room, we're sitting there talking, and there was maybe 3-4 couples in our group. There was a table of like 3 or 4 guys turning around. So I think they her hearing the conversation.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quiet, but just to watch them turn around and you just kind of go,
Welcome to the party. I know that myself and Miss Hillary, to be super discreet about our drunkenness, there was another older guy there with a young gal who I was, of course, who was doing karaoke, who I was, of course, was cracking jokes, and then the jokes were flying about whether or not, he had a hooker
or
whatever. And so I said, and see, this is what happens when I drink. I get these great ideas. I said, hey, let's go sing with, because it was going to be Sweet Caroline. I go, let's go sing with them. Miss Amanda, who's the voice of reason, who stops me a lot of times from doing things, says no, but she didn't say it loud enough. And I had a partner in crime who went, Miss Hillary goes, that's a great idea. And so away we
Y'all
went.
ended up on the freaking stage. I was embarrassed.
Oh, you weren't that embarrassed.
Oh, yes, I was.
I've embarrassed you way more than that.
No, enough to when you go, oh, we're going to sing happy birthday. Amanda, come here. I'm like, fuck no, I don't want to go. Do I have to go? No, I don't want to go. Please don't make me go. I don't want to be seen. No, let's not.
So
You didn't see that part because you were drunk and already halfway over there.
We might have told the.
You thought I was the quiet one.
We might have told the karaoke gal that it was.
You're not a bad influence. He's the bad one.
That it was Hillary.
Someone got pictures of you singing.
Oh, awesome! Sweet, send those through. It was Amanda's and Hillary's birthday, and so then of course she's like, "Well, we should sing Happy Birthday," and of course I'm like, "That is a wonderful idea," and you're like, "That is a horrible idea," and so no. But even other than that, and you're used to me doing stupid shit. Let's be honest. Hillary's gonna feel bad. This is a very typical.
This isn't new.
No, this is a very typical Cole night when we go drink. Look, if you want to have fun, come party with Cole.
Sometimes if I get embarrassed, I will literally go hide.
Yeah, look, if you want to have fun, come party with Cole. It's always innocent, and usually I'm more discreet.
It's just sometimes embarrassing.
If you get me at a closed swinger bar and drunk, or not drunk, but tipsy, oh fuck, there's no rules. We just like to have fun. It's innocent, but yes, no adult supervision whatsoever at all. So
you were the drunk one. I was the sober one, because you're kind of running out of time. You were the drunk one.
We can go later.
I was the sober one.
But here's the best part. So when it was time to leave, okay.
We're all making out now.
Yeah. Now everybody, it's fucking. It
isn't just a peck on the lips. Goodbye.
Oh no. And it's a full bore. The bartender loved it. We all, I had a great time. We go to leave, and it's always happens. You don't like to drive when it rains, and if you don't have, you don't mind it, but
if it's to where it's blinding, I don't.
I'm drunk, so I'm not driving. So we get in the car.
We were tracking the storm to where we said, "Oh, we're gonna get hit." At about 2 o'clock.
That's when the bars close.
So I was keeping that in mind. So I kind of knew that was going on. So we go to leave because the bartender asked us to leave because apparently it was closing time. We leave. It's just sprinkling. And we're like, we can get out of town before it really lets loose. Okay. We get in the car. We had to drive down the road several blocks. And then we get on the interstate. And then it was a massive downpour.
It's pouring.
So I'm white-knuckled. You're sitting there going, I'm like, I just wish I could see the lines. I know. You're doing good, baby. You're doing good.
So I'm drunk.
And I'm just freaking out. You're like, you're in the lines. I'm like, how the fuck can you tell? You probably see 4 of them.
I'm train wreck drunk. I'm trying to help be a positive influence with the window down while it's raining in. And she's like, just lay your head back, roll up the fucking window, and shut up. I'm like, okay, I'll do that if that helps. So I pass out, and then all of a sudden I'm awoken to...
No. You passed out one time.
I did. Yes,
and you go, oh, I'm sorry, I must have drifted off there a little bit. And I'm like, about 20 minutes, but you're good. You lasted longer on the interstate than I thought.
Well, I was watching the lines. I was trying to help.
So we get 8 to 15 miles outside of Omaha.
Which means we have about 40 minutes before we're home to Lincoln.
Yeah, we have ways to go.
It's 2 in the morning.
I look down. I'm like, fuck. And he goes, What?
Because I'm going to help.
I'm like, the check engine light, just come on.
So the car we just got back.
You gotta be shitting me. No. You're pissed off. I'm pissed off.
I'm pissed, and then I helped. Now let's not leave out how I helped.
You're like, it's all good. Is it acting funny? No, it's not acting funny. It's still driving just fine. I'm paranoid as fuck.
And I never, for the rest of the way home, I want this duly noted. I don't know how this was going to help, but I thought it was. I took and I stared intently at the check engine light for the next 40 miles. I never took my eyes off.
No, you did fall back asleep. You did the head bob thing. Then you fell asleep with your head down. And it's like, okay, so I'm just all the way going, okay, so when you get to town...
Okay.
Do that for anal. That's hilarious. I don't want to stop at any frickin' stop sign, stop light. Nothing.
No.
Because I'm afraid the car's gonna die. Because we just had all the fuel stuff replaced.
But I had my pants on. It's important to know I had my pants on. I did not have my leg up.
You didn't even play with yourself. Nothing.
I don't usually play with... The most I do is throw up, but I don't usually play with myself.
You have once or twice.
Once or twice out of the hundreds of times you've driven my drunk ass home.
Yeah.
No, I did not ask for anal or butt sex. No. I did not ask for any of those things, and I wouldn't have asked if it was going to be a good time either. I swear to God, I wouldn't know. I kept my pants on, my hands off of myself, and we made it home. And when we got home, I was too drunk. Okay. I was, again, the dangers of alcohol. This doesn't happen very often because I don't get whiskey dick. That's a very, very important. I do not get whiskey dick. In fact, when I've been drinking, I fuck longer. Is that not true?
Yeah.
It gets hard and it doesn't go down.
If you're too drunk, you can't hold yourself.
The problem is if I'm too drunk, then I'm just tired and it's too much work. But I
offered to get on top.
I was super horny. And
yes,
so
you were.
I was like,
from making out.
From making out, and I was like, so you helped me, but we didn't fuck because I didn't want to do the work of fucking. But I just want to do
No, but I offered to get on top, and you're like, no,
just
no,
stroke
just help me.
Just help, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Help meaning I tickle his balls, I rub his dick a little bit.
I might have said a name.
Nipples. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, you did.
But I haven't had sex with that person yet, so it's okay. So we kind of both said a random name. Neither one were random.
Right.
I said the name of why I was hard and why I was horny, but it took too much work to fuck, so we didn't get to that. And then guess what? On Sunday, on Father's Day,
I said, "How do you feel?" He goes, "Hungover as fuck."
Yeah, and it was so hopefully, and I know we're running out of time. I don't know how much time is left. Here's the thing: we hope that this show helps everybody remember the important lessons of 1, don't ask for butt sex unless you really want it. 2,
maybe I really wanted it, damn it.
2, have a better car. 3,
our car hates us.
Discretion. It's probably not a bad thing to take some time to review those things for most vanilla bars, remembering dive bars don't count. So with all of that being said, hopefully this show, and we wanted to show again, we give advice, we tell people what the things to do, but you know what? Here's the deal. It happens.
Nobody in our group, either one of them, tend to care.
No, and it wasn't a mega, so it was not a mega situation, but it's just one of those things, just the reminder so that we all know, we forget. It's been a long time since everybody's got to be out to meet and greets and parties and events. Mm-hmm. So, you know what? We've been doing this 10 fucking years. Almost 11 years now. And you know what? Anybody can forget. So this show we wanted to do a show. We're fucking human. Very fucking human. And to do as a reminder of, hey, let's all remember and, be careful. And
we've been cracking everybody up telling these stories all weekend.
And we know 2 great bars if you'd like to come and just get fucking
How
stupid.
much did you tell your mother? We almost.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Like,
My mom was here. She got to see all the stuff in the
she
studio.
wanted to see everything, so it was fun pointing out the massive dildo.
Yep.
That was hilarious.
She didn't want to touch it.
But then we had to explain to her, because there's a motor bunny for parties sitting on the floor in a box. But she's like, well, what's a motor bunny? So I'm like, I'll explain this one. I got this. It has this little saddle with a dildo on it, and you ride on it. Sometimes it vibrates. You can control the amount of vibration. She's like, oh.
We spent about an hour in the studio going through all the stuff she wanted to show us that people had sent us.
Funny.
So you know, we were keeping it pretty fucking real overall. But you know what? That's what it's all about. So you know, it's still. Yeah, I forgot about all that shit. So hopefully next week, hey everybody, we need you to do something for us. Keep your fingers crossed. I can tell you where we're going to be Friday night after the rehearsal, and keep your fingers crossed because hopefully, next Sunday we have we don't do sex story shows.
But if he actually can land this
But if
one,
we can land this
he'll
one,
tell you about it.
you fuck yeah, I'm going to be telling people about it. Are you fucking kidding me? That's because it's the Show Me State. Show me Hillary. Just saying. So, we got a code. Dylan, what time? Where
what?
are we at? What?
You're at an hour.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck, sweet.
I told you were out of
Well,
time.
I don't pay attention. Anyways.
Apparently.
Oh, well, now you remember. Way to go, pumpkin. Anyways.
I'm stubborn.
Want butt sex? Anyways, with that being said, hey, don't forget, you can send your questions to us at Krazy, Krazy.Casbah, Kasbh @gmail.com. Don't forget our paid sponsors, ASNLifestyleMagazines.com and the ASN Award Show. Meet us there. Meet us, greet us, give her tequila.
Vote for us.
And maybe she'll let you
If you
touch her
need that
cooter.
link to vote for us, we'll share that link.
Absolutely. And Full Swap Shop. Go buy some swag, man. It's pretty awesome shit. Find us at Truth Crazy. Miss Amanda's on Twitter. Listen to us on FullSwapRadio.com. Our show airs on Mondays at 5 p.m. and again 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Plus, there's other great shows on there. So, with that being said, doing it the only way I know how, the only way I want to, and the only way I ever fucking will. Can't wait to fuck some of you very soon. See y'all soon. Casbah style. Out.
Bye.